Hey, what's up, boys? So, today we're going to be looking at a video called The Rise of Toxic Gym Culture. Um, Not much to talk about here. There's all of this stuff where a guy is out here talking about, oh, are you on steroids? And then he says no, and then he looks like the Michelin man, and girls who are literally going around treating the gym like it's a personal place. It's a whole lot of stuff that goes on, and today we're going to be looking at a video that showcases most of it. So other than that, I'm not going to ramble on any longer. Let's check it out.
So there's this trend on TikTok where someone will briefly glance over at a person doing something crazy, but little do they know, they were caught by the tripod.
Yeah, and like there it is. The reason I'm looking at you is not because I am a fucking creep and I like, so don't get me wrong, there's actual creeps out here and there's guys who do very creepy behavior, but when a guy is in the gym, you know, this guy, so there's this video I saw of a guy literally in his fucking, it wasn't even drawers, right? It was like those short V fucking underwears, right? Those underwear where it's like it's a fucking V, and I'm like, this is a public place, and people are not used to looking at that. So when you're doing something strange, I'm not trying to look at your ass or anything. I'm looking at you because what the fuck are you doing? And this is what these people don't understand.
At least until they're posted to their thousands of followers. They're often able to creep and publicly shamed.
But all of this for what? A couple of likes on your TikTok? What, just do you trade that to destroy someone's life?
This is just one of the many instances of toxic gym culture.
People are turning gyms into war zones. It's f***ing despicable.
But it seems like the consequences go much deeper than putting a few people off a gym. For me, it led to injuries, avoiding any slightly suspect-looking exercises, and feeling self-conscious for years, until I realized the deeper things going on.
My dope.
If you're worried about looking stupid at the gym, this will put things
And there it is. See, it's like the distance between you and the fucking camera, that's too much space. It's like, of course someone is going to go through. It's because it's a public place, right? People actually come there to, it's like getting angry when someone gets in your video in a fucking swimming pool, right? Like it's a public swimming pool. Come on. Like it's a public gym. People actually go to public gyms and they don't want to be in your video. They're just there to do the stuff and leave, right? That's what people don't understand.
into perspective.
This is one of the most disturbing videos that I've ever been sent.
You're the gym weirdo, filming everyone around you, looking for people to call out.
Do you not think people are gonna look and stare?
Telling me to put my shirt back on because others feel insecure. Because you're so jacked.
I'm starting to remember why I don't go to gyms anymore.
In this disturbing footage, a woman lets another member in the gym. Without saying any words, he storms towards her, and she tries to escape. After another attack, she's able to get him in a chokehold and get out. There's some deranged cretins in this world. A genuine concern for people.
That's my imagine you're a guy, right? And I understand most of you don't have children or anything, but imagine you have a daughter. You have a fucking daughter, and then she's going to a gym, and a guy like this walks up to her and like tries something on her. Bro, I would be so fucking mad, bro. It's like I would want to see you in person and like just it would get me so mad. A guy like this is going to he's going to touch my. Imagine that, like every guy can relate to that, right? Like if you imagine you had a daughter and then something like that happens by a guy like this. Like understandably you'd be mad, but it's fucking insane, man.
People in the gym. Harassment is a serious offence, deserving of serious repercussions. But it's also why there's a growing concern with questionable accusations.
Trainer gets caught on camera being a pervert, and when I stand up for myself, he threatens to call the police and revoke my membership.
You need something? You need something? Do you need something?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because kind of filming is just when a person looks over and stuff like that. No, I wouldn't call that creepy. I wouldn't, right? It's like you're filming at a public gym and people are going to look at you regardless of if you are a man or a woman. People are just going to glance and stare at you like, oh, what's this guy doing? It's like human beings scanning their fucking environment, right? I feel like the guy would have just done a better job, like looking at him and yeah, I see what he's trying to do, you know. He's trying to look for people to like add to the list of people who do not deserve to be on any lists, but you know, he should have like seen something, like he should have like looked around, maybe looked at the camera or something. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think a guy like that he's just scanning his surroundings like human beings do that, right? So it's not that strange when a person glances at you for like a second, you know, and it's like, oh shit, she's changing. I'm gonna look away, and that is a problem all of a sudden, you know.
Do you need something? Do you need something? Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you any type of way.
There's been so many of these videos posted to social media that it's its own trend.
It's so uncomfortable. Feral, like fucking feral.
There is a big difference between staring at somebody and simply looking or glancing at them.
What if I just ripped his pee-pee out of its socket so he could never reproduce again? Totally normal, not alarming thing to say.
Often it's a grey area.
Yeah, it's like double standards are crazy, because a guy could never say that live and not have literally his public footprint wiped off of the internet, or like just be remembered as the guy who said some shit like that. Imagine if the roles were reversed, if the guy was saying that about the girl. See, like, double standards are crazy. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm not saying they're good, I'm just saying they're crazy.
Area if who's in the wrong, but sometimes it's more obvious.
The gym. What is it?
Excuse me, I think I should stop looking at you.
If anything, I'm looking at your boy.
So I was doing my exercises like a good gym lad, and unfortunately there was a woman doing some exercises, and I didn't know she was talking to me at first because I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just doing my thing, and said something along the lines of, why do you keep staring at me? Stop, like, don't be so creepy. She said she'd go and get the manager and asked me to leave. I was like, I'm literally blind, and I wasn't as confident.
They asked you to leave?
Yeah, they got me out of there.
Oh yeah, cases like this happen. It's like a guy is staring dead into like nothingness. Turns out the way it looks, you can't tell from afar if a person is blind, right? Unless they're wearing glasses or something. If the guy is like staring at you and it's like he's literally looking at you, ask yourself if he's blind. Like if he's not moving, he probably is blind, like this guy, right? Like some people are actually blind when they look out and their eyes are not moving. You think they're staring at you, they can't see shit.
It would seem like the only way to avoid being cancelled, or threats of genital mutilation, is to crane your head to the floor. But before you do that, make sure you avoid the tripod influencers.
While this may look like he is on a minefield, this is but a humble peasant trying to avoid setting off something much worse. The entitled influencer. After
Yeah, there's so many of them. It's like a minefield. You have to fucking be very careful of how you navigate.
Hurrying past the tripod, they muster a disgusted facial expression to assert dominance.
I hate when people walk front of camera on purpose.
You're doing it on purpose, I swear to God.
Think you and your Todger are safe in the changing rooms? Think again.
You're recording right now.
Oh yeah, don't film in the fucking changing rooms, because some people, change in there.
I don't want to be in your recording.
I don't care. Don't touch me. Watch what happens.
There's nothing cuddly about this particular teddy bear.
Everyone at my gym is an NPC.
It's pretty tough stuff.
In this close encounter, the first-year university students escape a mogging and live to face the next challenge, avoiding the fail compilations.
I used to watch more.
Why are you doing that, man? Like, why is he changing his shirt? Why are you changing your shirt on a treadmill, man?
Fail compilations than educational content. Firstly, because it's entertaining. But truth be told, I was terrified of ending up in one, so I tried to watch as many as I could to avoid making the same mistakes.
Oh my god. Now I'm scared of treadmills, bro.
I mean, imagine being posted to millions of people by a Premier League footballer with your butt crack out. But the more of these fails I'd watch, the more I realised that some of these are legitimate exercises. Worse still, a lot of these are just beginners. Or young people.
I'm not sure. I don't know because I've never looked it up, but if I was to make an assumption, it would be that the guy who was lifting, like he was lifting a barbell with like fucking bands down to the fucking stand. I don't think that's a legitimate exercise. It's like the weight is resistance itself, I think. Why would you need a band? If it is, comment below. I don't know, but it just looks strange to me.
People being mocked for social media likes.
I saw bro struggling with his PR. So I asked if I could hop in. had to start pressing.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off. And trust me when I say, this does much more than just piss you off. This video was taken moments before a fatal mistake. Justin Vicky died after breaking his neck. While it's a stretch to say,
it's like if you've watched my other reaction videos to like gym fails, every time I see a person put something on their neck, like putting weight on their fucking neck, I cringe so hard. And this is the reason why this guy is dead at 33 because of a mistake that happened. That's why, like, I never like any of those exercises. It's like, find other safer measures to like exercise your neck. Don't put any weight on your neck because you're gonna end up breaking your neck, you know, or something is going to happen that probably might be fatal.
Say this is purely the result of peer pressure from Muppets on the internet. Thousands of people are picking up lifelong injuries, lifting more weight than they...
Wake up, look at this shit. Someone just saw you.
While it's a stretch to say this is purely the result of peer pressure from Muppets on the internet, thousands of people...
See that? Like, look at his neck.
People are picking up lifelong injuries, lifting more weight than they can control. When I first started, I was so worried about looking weak that I'd always do this. My deadlift form literally looked like a dog taking a shit. It led to injuries which still bother me to this day. I wish I understood that squatting 60 kilograms with control is much more impressive than half squatting 100. But when you see these clips mocking beginners, is it really a surprise why some people are doing stupid stuff to try and fit in faster?
Press. There you go. Pretty much all you. Come on. You got this. Let's go. Press. Come on.
Mental illness and obesity are...
That guy's a fucking loser. It's like people handle weight differently, right? They may hype themselves up as long as like they're not too loud and interrupting anyone's set. Why the fuck? It's like, bros, the caption said, bros making all that noise to bench 185. It's like, of course you can bench 185, but he can't. It's like, people have such a one-dimensional view of life. It's disgusting, man.
On the rise. The gym is challenging enough as it is, without having to evade obnoxious influences. All these videos do is perpetuate the harmful stereotype that everyone at the gym is egotistical and selfish. But as terrifying as all these things are, there was one embarrassing realization that made me feel much more relaxed in the gym. When I was a teenager, I had a karate tournament. As I was called up to spar, I noticed people from my school in the viewing area. So instantly feeling more pressure, I tried to do something cool, get 3 points and add a head kick. But my back leg slipped and I completely stacked it. This was one of the most embarrassing moments. I think I even tried to skip school the next day. A few days later, I made a joke about it, and my friends looked at me confused. They had completely forgotten about what I thought was the biggest public humiliation. This is what's known as the spotlight effect, the psychological phenomenon by which people tend to believe they're being noticed more than they really are. Chances are the harshest person is actually yourself, and most people in the gym are just focused on themselves. This also applies to the influencer of the tripod or the guy trying to mock you, arguably to a greater extent, because their follower account might make them feel like the center of the universe. They confuse Sigma male as a synonym for self-centered and call other people NPCs as if they're above them.
And another, like, one of my most famous videos, it's like, it's got like 1,000 views, 1,200. I talk about like the Sigma male, right? It's like these guys they have, I don't know, like, if it's they've watched a lot of the Joker or whatever, like they've watched a lot of movies. The reality is you're not that special, right? Like, stop kind of thinking that because, oh, you have this, you have that, you're supposed to, like, the entire universe revolves around you. Like, that's kind of the main gripe I have with the I don't want to call it a community, but it's the Sigma male community. That's the main problem I have with them.
Forgetting the fact they aren't even a wolf and live their entire lives based around what is essentially just astrology for men. Cringe as it is, hurt people. With respect, no one cares that much about you. The sooner you realise this, the better. A while ago, I was just coming back from injury. I was squatting quite light and my girlfriend was recording my form, as the gym was empty and I wanted to make sure it wasn't dangerous. A middle-aged man enters the gym halfway through and gets annoyed. Maybe I was looking a bit too close to an influencer, which, let's be honest, is a slur. Maybe he'd seen this video.
One type of guy I will never understand is the guy that brings his girlfriend to the gym. You're not in here to cuddle, you're not in here to talk. Never bring your missus to the gym, you're in here to work.
Or most likely, he's aware of the many.
I saw a guy talk about this and he made such a good point. He basically said, it feels like you don't have a girlfriend and you feel bad when people do that. It's like, believe it or not, even if it's like, people bring their girlfriends to basketball courts, right? Like, believe me, I know. People bring their girlfriends to basketball courts. It's like, yes, you're coming there to be better at basketball. Like, people go to the gym to, like, look better. But for some people, it's recreation, right? They go there to, like, have fun. And the fact that it's a public place, you cannot dictate to anyone, right, who they can or cannot bring. What they do, maybe, if it's crazy enough, obviously that's a gray area. But this guy is basically telling everyone, like, don't bring your girlfriend to the gym. Like, it's such a dumb way of thinking.
People being cancelled by the camera. I just wanted to train in peace. I made sure he wasn't in it and stopped recording after, and that was that. This is one of the biggest gone wrong confrontations I've had in over 2,000 gym sessions. Most of these crazy confrontation videos don't even get that many views until after one man reacts to them.
Pardon my language, but this really f***ing pisses me off. This shit needs to stop.
This is because 99% of people are against them, and these people get their karma. If you're going to the gym, or you're thinking about it, you clearly have a reason to be there, and it's probably worth looking a bit stupid for. Something to help is the 10-10-10 rule. When worrying about something, you've got to ask yourself, will it matter in 10 hours, 10 weeks, or 10 years? What is your 80-year-old self going to regret more? Using a machine slightly wrong when you're younger, or boycotting gyms as if it's some political statement?
Bullshit.
It's as idiotic as those people wearing Stop Oil t-shirts while sat on a plane. You can try and watch all these videos and learn.
Yeah, it's like such a weird thing to do. Just stop oil when you're on a fucking plane powered by oil. That's such irony, man.
All the rules, but it can be narrowed down to one sentence. Try to be a respectful, decent person. Or better still, just try not to be a dickhead. If you're still worried about looking stupid at the gym, I've put together a free guide to help you overcome this. It'll be available along with my newsletter, where we cover similar topics in the description.
Yeah, man. As I said, when you go to the gym, realize that it's a public place. Just go over there, do your thing. Do not go there and try and be on any type of, like, bullshit, right? Do not be on any type of bullshit. Respect the people that are in there, but also realize no one cares about you, right? They focus on themselves. If anyone cares, they do not matter. I think the saying is, if they mind, they don't matter. Those that matter do not mind. I think I heard that somewhere, and it resonated so much with me. So anyways, other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.